What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders Awakened. This is episode 1 on a short series just going over the Wave 100 unlocks for Endless Survival Mode. Of course, you're going to want to get your Golden Giraffe Transmog. To get your Golden Giraffe Transmog, you do have to complete every map up to Wave 100. So, starting things off, we're going to kick it right off in Deeper Well. For these, I'm just going to be doing Wave 96 starts, however you can see the build. Now, a few important things to note. There is no glory to be had, y'all, in doing bonus waves on getting these unlocks. Don't waste your time with it. Once there's a leaderboard, then you're going to want to push as high as you can and do bonus waves then. Just to get your unlocks and to earn your transmogs, the only requirement is Wave 100, Massacre. That's it. So, no bonus waves required. Let's go ahead and hop on into a Wave 96 start, and we will take a look at the Deeper Well here. Now, the Deeper Well, of course, is in a position where you can cover the entire map with one aura stack if you're using a Striking Gemstone. The Striking Gemstone, of course, is going to come from the summit. So, get yourself a Striking. Doesn't even matter if it's low quality. You're going to be able to get to the boost range even on like a Nightmare quality one. So get yourself a Striking Gemstone, make sure it's 4 targets is the only real requirement on those, and head on over. Now, another thing you're going to discover very quickly in Endless Mode is the Enrage Aura is extremely powerful. We're going to go with an Ensnare Aura, an Enrage Aura, and an Electric Aura right there, and then we're going to throw an Explosive Trap on top of it. Now, this is the stack that we are going to be boosting, so keep that in mind. Now, just for a little additional CC, we're going to go with a gas trap on each of the side lanes here. You're going to be able to complete this pretty easily, assuming you are in Massacre gear. So, like, a minimum of, like, 10,000 main stat, probably. Actually, probably even lower than that, to be honest. And you'll be able to get through a lot of these Act 1 maps, for certain. So, go with a 2 DU Reflect Beam there. We're going to go a 2 DU Reflect Beam here. And then we're going to throw down just a Spike Blockade, just as last resort, on both of those lanes, over here, and then, of course, over here. Now, another thing to remember is Reflect Beams are your friend, so don't hesitate to reflect it up like it's nobody's business. Get your reflecting going on, no doubt about it. Then we're going to go with some roots. I think we're going to be able to fit in 5 wisps here, so let's go ahead and go 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. You could also do sludge launchers back here, depending on how you want to build it. It's relatively easy to do wisps, so I've been just doing it with the wisps. Then, of course, we want a buff beam on all these goodies to get it all squared away. We're going to want to provide a little core protection, so we want a reflect beam on the core. We're going to go 1 DU right there, and then we're going to go 1 DU, like, about right there. And then that's going to leave 4 left, and we can create ourselves a nice, lovely little protective cage here with our remaining 4 DU. So just going to get it out there something like this, and something like that, and we got us a nice little hidey hole to stand in. Now, of course, you're going to want to spend all of that mana, so get all those upgrades in place. Just spam it out. No real priority here. Get your wisps, your traps and auras, of course, fully upgraded. Past that, I would prioritize the walls just as last resort. You have enough starting mana at a Wave 96 start to full upgrade almost the entire map. So don't hesitate to get your upgrades in. Just spam them around. You see we've moved over to the walls here now. We'll get those walls fully jacked. Come over to these. Get these walls fully jacked, and then I think we're pretty much GG's. We can get these R's the rest of the way, and, you know, it never hurts to upgrade that root, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, you notice I'm not using a fused Enrage Aura. A non-fused Enrage Aura is going to get the job done for you. A fused Enrage Aura is going to be a little bit better, so we've got plenty of slots in our hero deck that we're not using for this run. We actually have 2 slots we're not using at all, so, you know, by all means, throw an Enrage Aura Monk in. And then just make sure that your gemstone, your striking gemstone, is indeed buffing your auras. You can easily check it just by your trap range, as your trap range is going to be pretty obvious when it blows up. So once we get that going, you just chillax it out. Keep the boost going on. Obviously, this is one of the easiest maps to get to Wave 100 on. Ancient Mines, I think, being the easiest. This one's right up there, though. Fairly easy to get to. Your only concern is ogres. Now, back to that Enrage Aura. The thing that makes Enrage Aura so powerful is in survival mode, as you press into the higher waves, your main concern is going to be killing ogres. Now, what the Enrage Aura does, it doesn't affect the ogres, but it does affect everything around it. So, if you get a whole lot, you see that ogre just turned around to go smack his friends. If you get a whole lot of enemies enraged, these are going to be just a straight-up roadblock for ogres. It's borderline cheese, to be honest with you. It's so powerful. In fact, the higher you go, the more powerful it becomes, because you create more and more and more of a roadblock. As the enemies get super healthy, they're of course going to sit there and fight it out for a while, and the enemies are going to keep packing in to that huge brawl that's going on in the lane, and ogres cannot get past. And then of course your single target defenses, or your hero, can just sit there and pluck off all of the ogres and get those burned out. So no real priorities once you get this going. I guess just watch for ogres. You are going to have, you'll have some Dark Elf Warriors zerg you. So you definitely want to be conscious of the Dark Elf Warriors. But on this particular map, you can just kind of boost it out and kick back here. Let your gemstone get the map-wide aura coverage. Remember, additionally, since we're tower boosting that aura as well. So our electric aura is hitting like a truck. Anytime any enemies come in, this explosive trap is pretty much map-wide coverage. Now, of course, it has to be triggered. So there was an explosive shot right there. So enemies will come in and trigger it, but they will be few and far between. When the explosive trap does go off, though, remember as well, there's no fall-off damage on explosive traps, y'all. So in a situation like this, where the effective range of explosive trap is covering the entire map, it's exactly that. It's a map-wide explosive trap. So big booms and wrecking up all of the bads throughout. So, explosive traps for the win. Just traps and auras in this current state of the game are absolutely beast. Just about every map in the game you can do trap and aura spawn camps. However, remember your traps and auras are not going to kill ogres. So you've got to have something to kill ogres, or you have got to kill them yourself. But as you can see, it's pretty smooth sailing here, so you can get your Wave 96 start and just blast on through. Now, another thing to remember is once you get to Wave 100, don't just stop because you got the unlock. Do one more wave. If you do Wave 101, you are then earning a Wave 101 unlock instead of a Wave 96 unlock. So all of the saves are on the 1s and the 6s. If you stop at 100, when you come back to this map later and try it on, say, Lichen King difficulty, you're going to have to do a Wave 96 start. If you do that one extra wave, then you've got the Wave 101 start. And, you know, when you get into the higher endless waves on some maps, particularly, the enemies are quite healthy. So 5 waves can take a pretty good amount of time. So you're giving yourself a good bit of time saving in the future just by doing that one more wave. But that will do it for this one. That is a look at how to get through to Wave 100 to get that golden pet unlock on the deeper well. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to do all the maps, but realize it's going to take me quite a bit of time to go through and edit and record all these. So they will all be out. However, I'm probably going to have to do them all again when the episode 2 update hits anyway because of the runes. So I'm not going to put a huge sense of urgency on getting these knocked out right away. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.